So recording after a long time and recording for a correction. So in the page object model that I had earlier specified and made a video about, I got a few comments, and as well as when I looked into it, there were a lot of performance issues there because we were putting everything in the environment.rb file, and it was loading all the page files before even the test was starting or executing some of the commands, which is a very wrong way of doing things. So what I've done is created a new optimized way of how to load code, how to load those page files as and when required, and that is what this video tutorial is about. Hope this will be an addition on to the page object model that I have already recorded and posted, and eventually once everybody is comfortable, I'll remove that previous video, and this will be the only video that will remain for the page object model. So let's start from whatever we had from the non-page object model, the simple model that we had, where we had the test steps defined in the step definition, and the capybara calls were being made inside the test step file itself. So as part of the object model, what we want to do is we want to move all this methods to a page specific file where the methods can be repeatedly called from there instead of us repeating them for each of the steps. So for that, what we'll have to do is we'll create a pages folder inside the feature folder that is there already. So I'll create a new folder here and I'll call it pages. Okay, so inside this what we'll see is we'll be needing two files here, right? So I'll tell you what the significance of those two files is. So one will be a base page file, which we'll just use it for our regular methods, as well as instantiating the capybara DSL. And then we'll have a regular page file which will do whatever operations we want to do. So let's get on with it. So I'll create a new file and we'll call it basepage.rb. Okay, so this will be a module. So why is this a module? This is a module because we wanted to work in a way that we are only going to use this module for just calling these methods, not for anything else. Okay, so let me end this here, and then what you're going to do is we'll include the we'll just call the capybara DSL from here. That's it. That's all we are going to do. Okay, sorry. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to call the capybara from here. The next file that we are going to have here is we'll come to that. We'll go to the test definitions first, and then from there we'll come back to the. So what we need to do from the test steps here. What is the definition that we have here? So we need to visit a URL, right? And then we need to search for a string, right? As in which includes two actions here, as in putting in the string and then clicking on the search button. And the third is the expectation. We'll keep it as it is for now. So only two things need to be done. We need to be moved to the base page. The page object model here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a page object file here. So which will be let's call it Amazon main page.rb. Okay, so this will be a class file. Okay, Amazon main, we'll call it. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll include the base page here because we need it. We need the base page here because we need the Capybara TSL methods here, right? So let's go back to our test steps, right? So let's comment these out, right? And let's comment this out also, right? So what we need is we need a method here that takes us to the URL, right? So what we're going to do is, as part of this episode class, we're going to add a method here. We'll call it visit URL, right? And we're going to take the string that has been passed, or we'll call it the URL here, right? And we'll just say visit URL, which is the Capybara method. We're going to call that method here. Okay, so this is what we've done. Okay, the next one we'll need is so what we can do is we can call this method here. So whatever is the page file dot method is visit URL. We'll come to that, how to put that here, right? And we'll put the string here. Okay, now the next part is we need to write these methods here, right? So what we're gonna do is let's say def search item, okay, and we'll put the item name here and dot ready so that we don't miss it, doesn't look ugly, right? So here what we're gonna do is we need the string. It needs to be clicked, as in this, the string needs to be set, and then we need to press the search button, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Capybara inbuilt methods here, which will be fill in, right? And then here we'll provide what is we need to what is the item that we need to fill in, right? So So we'll go here and we'll see. So this is the field we need, right? So what was the field name here? The ID of the field. Let's see, what was the ID of the field that we were using already? So yeah, this was the ID that we were looking for, right? To tab search. So this fill in works with the ID, whichever is the ID element, right? So we can put this in, right? And oops. And so we have to specify what we need to fill it with, right? So we'll say with. So this is the Capybara way of doing things. So this is the Capybara method, fill in with whatever item name that you want to fill it with, right? And then the next one will be another Capybara method, which is click button, right? So what button we are going to click here? So we have to click the search button. Let's look at the search button and let's see if it has an ID, right? So go here. So yeah, such easy IDs available. I don't know why we didn't use it in the first tutorial. So just put in this. That's it. So we're done. Now what we need to do is we need to make sure this page is available to our test here, and we have the correct references for these methods here. So yeah, again we'll have to put that page file. I'm just putting it for reference for right now so that we don't miss it later. So what was the method that we had used there? Search item. Yes. So we're going to use the search item method here. Search item and then string. Okay, so this should do both the things for us, search for it as well as click on the search button. So once this is done, so what we need to make sure is we need to create references for the page file that we've created. Okay, so what needs to be done is in the environment.rb, so we'll have to do a require relative for the base page, because we need the capybara TSL methods to be there everywhere, right? So we'll have to require relative, and we'll have to put require relative to this location that we have, right? So we'll go one step back from environment.rb, which is the from the test feature, which is the features, right? And then from features we'll go to pages, right? And then from pages we'll go to base page. Make sense? So from test.feature we went back to feature, right? And then we came back to the page, the base page.rb, right? So we are here. Okay, the next thing that we have to do is we have to make changes in the test steps also now. So we need to create those instances for our file there, right? So what we have to do is, so we'll have to let know that what is being used here, right? What do we need here? So for this particular test step we need the following page, so we're going to put a require relative for that particular page. So we're going to use which page? The Amazon main page is what we need to use, right? So we'll put the require relative for that. So the require relative for that will be, again, same way, pages, and what is the file name here? Just copy it so that we don't make a mistake, right? Oops. Yeah. So this should do it for us. So this should get that instances, but now we need to instantiate the class that we have, right? We have to declare that class. So for that, what we have to do is, we'll call it Amazon page equal to the class name, but we had Amazon main dot new, right? So this becomes our method invoker. So this becomes the class instance. Now I can use any method inside that class instance, right? So after instantiating, I can use any method inside it, and this is what this becomes, right? So this part is done. The pages we've changed, right? Environment.rb we made a change, right? Test steps we put a require later. So each test step file that you'll be adding based on that, whatever pages that you need inside the test file, you're only going to put those pages there. So this reduces the load on the system, as in, instead of loading all the page objects at the time of running the test itself, they will only be loaded as and when required for a particular test step. So that reduces drastically the performance of the execution of the test, right? And these two new page files that we've added. So just let's run a quick run on it. Okay, so let's do that. We'll use Cucumber features test of feature. Oops. Okay, do a bundle install. Class Amazon main name error. says pages Amazon main page.rb. It does not have Amazon main. Let's see. Sorry, I have been through different languages and this is a problem. Let's see if it works. When I search for earphones, okay, so unable to find two tab search. This is not that, this is not disabled, and this is in the search item. Okay, let's see. So what I'm gonna do is two tab search text button. Let's look at that again. Yeah, this time it worked. First time maybe it did not load the page properly, so that is why it did not work. So yeah, so this is how it is done. Simple. Let's go through it again quickly. So what we've done is test steps. The changes required are, we've instantiated, we've called the basic, the required relative, the page that we need to load. We've done it at the step definition level, not at the environment.rb level, which makes the execution heavy, and all the page objects are loaded at the start, so that makes it heavy and very slow. So we load it only as and when required as part of the test steps, right? And then we whatever instance of the class that we've created, we'll use it, and we just need to instantiate it once, and then use it as per our need inside the inside the methods, inside the test definitions here, the step definitions here, right? And environment.rb needs to support require related to the base page, which contains our Capybara DCell inclusion, right? Without this, it will be difficult to call all these methods inside the test steps file. And then yeah, that's it. Those are the changes required. And then the main page where you've specified what all your page object methods are, and then use them accordingly. All the other changes, we've used Capybara specific methods here for filling in the search text box as well as clicking the button. I hope this makes up for whatever blunder that I made in the earlier video, and you start using this optimized way of doing things. Thank you. Also, the link of this particular code is available in the description below. My GitHub repository is listed there. You can go and check it out and run it, make changes to it, fork it, and see what all you can do with it. Thank you.